Our next lesson is lesson 60, finding special products of binomials. Remember what a binomial is. A binomial simply means two terms. The prefix bi means two, and nomial means two terms or numbers, two numbers. Okay, and we've used the acronym FOIL to multiply two binomials before. So how do we do this? So, well, F stands for first times first. Well, first times first would be x squared, and then the O stands for outer times outer. Well, that would be 2x, and the I stands for inner terms, and that would be minus 3x, and then the L stands for the last terms, and that would be minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. And as a rule, the two inner terms, the outer and the inner terms, will add. They'll be like terms. They'll add. So we'd get x squared minus x minus 6. So that's a way that we can multiply binomials. But there are some shortcuts. There are some tricks, particularly if the binomials are special binomials. Okay, so what does a plus b squared mean? Well, it means a plus b times a plus b. So if we were to do this by FOIL, we would get a squared plus ab plus b squared. Well, the two outer and the inner terms would add together. They would be like terms, and we would add them and get 2ab. So here's kind of a little formula, if you will, for the square of the sum of two numbers, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Let's do an example here. Okay, so we've got 2x plus 3. So a squared, the first term is 2x, so 2x times 2x would be 4x squared. And then the middle term is the first term times the second term times 2. Well, 2x times 3 is 6x times 2 would be 12x. And then the last term, b squared, 3 is the last term. 3 squared would be 9. So that would be our answer. A little shortcut method of doing that. We could have used FOIL, but that was a shortcut. Okay, what about the difference of two numbers? Well, it turns out that if you were to FOIL this out, if you will, you would get a squared minus ab plus b squared. And since AB and AB are like terms, you could add them together and you'd get minus 2AB. So that's kind of a formula there for squaring the difference of two terms. Okay, so let's do this problem. 2m minus 3 squared. Well, a squared, a is 2m, so 2m times 2m is 4m squared. And AB, a is 2m, b is minus 3. 2m times minus 3 is minus 6m, but we have to multiply it times 2, so we get minus 12m. And then minus 3 times minus 3 would be plus 9. Okay, now notice that the difference between the square of the difference of two numbers and the square of the sum of two numbers. The only difference is what? This sign right here. The sign is this sign, and this sign only is different. That sign right there is a minus. If this sign is a minus, that sign is a minus. Okay, so what about the product of the difference of two numbers? Okay, so you got a plus b times a minus b. Well, if you were to FOIL this out, you would get a squared, and then you would get minus ab for the outer terms. You get plus ab for the inner terms, and they would add together and give you 0 ab, and then last times last would be plus times a minus is a minus b squared. Okay, let's see if we can do this example. First term times first term, or a squared, would be 9d squared, and then we don't have an outer and inner because they're going to always cancel out. So now we simply just multiply minus 2 times plus 2, and we get minus 4. So that would be our answer there. Okay, let's do some mental math here. What is 39 squared? Could we write 39 as 40 minus 1 times 40 minus 1? I think so, because 40 minus 1 is 39, and that would be 39 times 39, which is what? 39 squared. So we could do this using one of our little tricks. Okay, so we would do what? First times first, A times A. Well, 40 times 40 is, let's see, 4 times 4 is 16, then we add 2 zeros, that would be 1600. And then minus the first term times the second term, that would be 40. And then we have two of them, so minus 80. And then the last term times last term, or minus 1 squared, would be plus 1. Okay, so 1600 minus 80 would be 1520, plus 1 would be 1521. So we just squared 39 more or less in our heads. Okay, so our homework assignment for lesson 60 is problems 1 through 10, 12, 16, 17, 20 through 22, 24, 27, and 30. And after watching the video, please work numbers 5 and 6 and email the answers to me. In addition, please work 6 to 8 more problems before class in order that you have time in class to finish and check the assignment.